So this is the Bruno that we got from the previous video from the junk shop, and we ridden just a couple of times, very short rides, so that's why it looks like this. The tire has been wrapped with gunks and dirt because it's been raining the whole time here in this area, and it's just recently that the sun has been shining back again. And as you can see, the difference of the dust that's been accumulated over the years, that it was stored in that junk shop and it was washed out in this portion wherein the tire got contact with the road. So this is a very brief bike check for this Bruno that we discovered. Start with the saddle. The saddle has been cracked, and this is, by the way, this is not the original Bruno. The original Bruno saddle are usually brown for this type of model. This is a model that came out around 2011. So later we will be taking this seat post, and probably this will take long because it's stuck, and for a couple of days already we soaked this with WD-40 and seat post clamp were taken out. So I just taped this here so that it would not interfere with the WD-40 and wrap this with masking tape so that it would somehow retain, but unluckily the WD-40 got out of it. So this is how the bike look. This is the actual condition we're taken off from that shop. So the handlebar still holds the original brake levers, and also the Bruno logo is still embedded and still present, can be seen here. From the sample of the Bruno's website, it has tan handlebar tapes and also brown or cream hoods of brake lever, but both of it are gone already in this. You can see some scratches, and also the bar tapes are gone, both of it. The badge is still there. Here, as you can see, some details are already erased, and hopefully either later take it off or remove it and then put it back again. And other areas as well are starting to rust. So there are a lot of paint chips in the fork here. This is very normal because this has been experienced a lot of abuse from the previous user or probably the original owner. So one of the things that I noticed in this bike is that it has a truck wheel set. So this is I counted the spokes. It's 32 holes, and it is mounted with, I think this is a Formula hubs. Although the brand has been erased already in this bicycle, I mean in the hubs. But this is seal bearing. So as you can see with flashlight right now. So it is seal bearing, and later we will check it out, or either we will show by parts. But this is a truck hub, so it is probably from a fixed gear. This is 32 holes. The rim still has the brake lining into it, so it's still in a good condition, good to run. But some of the spokes are already bent, already loosened a bit. Some areas are still so hard. I think this is hand tensioned, and also it installed with Vittoria Zafiro. So this is good for rough terrain and also good for the road conditions. Tire size is 28, 700 by 20, 26, 700C by 26. Probably is already unusable because of the cracks, or I don't know. It is still advisable to ride, but we'll see. We'll just try to ride this later when the bike is already restored. And as I observed, going back to the rear wheel, still has the original rims on it. It's made from the Weinmann. It is a collaboration between Bruno's. I hope it's clear. It has the logo of Bruno and then the Weinmann on the other side of this bicycle. I mean, of the other rim. So here it is. It's almost erased. Okay, there you go. The other sticker. There's the Weinmann. So it is a collaboration between Bruno. But the front wheel doesn't have the original rim at all. So probably it was already destroyed and they changed it into that wheel set. And it is installed with Tourney TX as a rear derailleur. It's made by Shimano. And as I tested it for a couple of miles, still running good. And then this is also a Shimano Hyperglide 8-speed rear cogs. So it's a cassette type that I would probably change or upgrade into 11 speed, but that would be later on. And as of now, this will be. And this is a slick tire. This is good for tarmac flat road. This is a 700 by 35C, 700 by 35C tire. Tan or a yellow tire. This is tan walled, and here is the logo GMD. I forgot the actual name. I looked it up in the internet, but it's hard to pronounce. I figured this wheel came from Germany. Here's the logo of that tire. Right way bicycle, right way tire. Kind of thick, good for touring purposes. It's very thick type of tire, and I think it has a lot of puncture resistance into it, and at the same time it could manage both flat surface and at the same time a bit rough terrain. It's quite durable and it's quite expensive as well per tire. And going back to the drivetrain, running with tourney 8-speed, and the chain is KMC narrow. It has a Z in it. I'm not sure what it says, but I think this is fitted for an 8-speed. Front derailleur doesn't have any markings, so probably this is a Shimano non-series, although it doesn't have the Shimano logo into it. But I tried to look it up on some of the areas of the front derailleur. We'll see what's the name behind it. And this is a Shimano Bayou Pace. It's 48 and 38 on the smaller chain ring. This doesn't come with the bike anymore, so I just changed it up. This is the original one that came with it. These are Pro Wheel. It bears with the 33 teeth and 39 teeth in the smaller chainring. So there's the name, and I guess this is the original bike components of this bicycle. But I just took it off for a spin for a couple of kilometers here so that I can test the bike, because this one I'm not sure if I'm going to use this anymore because it's not advisable. As you can see here, chain teeth are quite like shark's fin already, and it's really sharp. I think this is not advisable to ride anymore, but others also says that you can still ride it for kilometers or so if given that you'll be using this chain. But well, I'm not gonna risk my life into it, so I just removed it. So this is Pro Wheel Forged Chariot 170 crankset, and then I removed the pedals. So the pedal that goes with the bike is this high voltage. I'm not too sure about this pedal, but it still spins well and it doesn't have any play. I've been riding it in the mud for a couple of times And so going back to the frame, the main component of this bicycle is the frame itself, which is the sweetest. So here's the headset. And it is installed with cantilever brakes. It's made by Shimano there. So the rear hub doesn't have any logo anymore, and probably this is a Shimano non-series with the Shimano non-series cogs. And then the frame still has the bottom cage mount, only the down tube has it. And this is made by the sweetest Reynolds 520 chrome moly. So it's a butted frame tubes. It's a premium type of chrome molybdenum. 520 Reynolds are the same with the 4130 chrome moly steel. So it's just the premium type of tubings made by Reynolds. From the cockpit, the wire, the areas where there's a lot of dirt and rust will be cleaned after this video.